Alright, this video is on electron configurations for elements in the D-block or elements that need to have a D-block configuration in their overall electron configuration. So pretty much anything that comes after element number 20. Alright, so just to do a little refresher, right? Here is our S block, okay? Here is our P block over here. Here's our D block. That's going to be the focus of this video. And then our F block is right here. We are really not going to be do too much F block elements. We're going to stick with the D block and the S block and P block. All right. So this video is focusing on the D block. So let's go ahead and pick an element that would be found in one of the D orbitals. In this case, if we were to look in the 3D orbital, we would find iron. Okay, iron is in the 3D orbital. All right, iron has 26 electrons. Again, I can look at the periodic table and I notice that there are 26 protons, and if we're assuming that these atoms are neutral, there must also be 26 electrons for this atom. All right, so let's do the orbital diagram first. All right, the reason why I'm going to go ahead and do my 1s and 2s is because I have passed, here's my 1s, and then I'm going to pass 2s, then next is our 2p, obviously not with 7, but 2p orbital right here, and then we're going to have the 3s, which is going to be right here, and then we'll have our 3p right here. And then next, we're going to hop down to the 4s. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put 4s right here. And then we actually enter into the D block. Now, as it turns out, when these electrons are being filled, the ones that are closest to the nucleus get filled first. And as it turns out, the 4s orbital gets filled before the 3D orbital. Okay, so this first row of the D block is known as the 3D. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why is it that it's 3D but it's in the 4th row? Well, the fact is, just because it's found in the 4th row does not indicate that it must be in the 4th principal energy level. In this case, this D orbital is found in the 3rd principal energy level. Okay. Now remember, with D block and with D orbitals, there are 10 or 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 different subshells right here. So this is my 3D. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my electrons. I have 26, so fill this, right? Fill that, that. Obviously, I know I should be filling them one at a time, but I know I'm going to fill them up, so I'm just going to fill them up, like, doing this. All right? Now, here I am. I've gotten my 4s. I need to find where iron is. If I look at iron, it's number 26, okay? That is periodic table right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 5th over, 6th over. So we're right here. Okay? We're in the 6th space over, so there's 6 more electrons after the 20th. Okay? That's why we have 26. So I'm going to fill these up one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. This right here would be the orbital diagram for iron. If I was to do the electron configuration, I would just count the number of electrons. So I have 2s2. I have 2 electrons here. I have 6 electrons there. 2 here, 6 there, 2 here, and we have 6 here. Okay. So if I was to draw my ground state electron configuration, it would be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. Right? That would be the long electron configuration. Okay, next, let's look at an element that we would have to pass through the D block in order to get to. So let's go ahead and let's pick bromine. It's a halogen. So bromine, our halogen, has 35 electrons. Okay, bromine is located right here. Okay, so that's where my halogen is. Okay, so I have 35 electrons. I'm going to fill and make my orbital diagram. Here's my 1s. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and I'll fill in I'll make all the orbitals. Alright, so I drew out all my orbitals. Okay, I'm going to go, and if you follow me on the periodic table, right, here's my 1s, and then I have 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, and then 4p. This is the orbital that I'm in right now because my element is actually right here. Okay, so that's why I have all these squares for my orbital diagram. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill them in. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and fill these guys in here. Right, filling up one at a time, and then backfilling. Proper way to do it. Okay. The reason why I'm going to go ahead and go all the way through the D block is because my element bromine is on the other side of the D block. And then if I count how many spaces I need to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I'll fill up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So there's my orbital diagram. My electrons, here's 2 here, 2 here, 6, 2, 6, 2, 10, and 5. So my electron configuration is going to be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, and then 4p5. Okay, so that's the long electron configuration. All right, so before you finish this video, what I would like you to do is do your own electron configurations for an element past number 20. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete all this here. And what I'd like you to do is give me the long and short electron configuration for the element strontium. Okay, strontium is an alkali earth metal that is found in the 5s orbital. All right, so when the question pops up on your screen, go ahead and fill it in, and then there'll be 2 questions that pop up. The first question will be for the long, the second one will be for the short. Okay, if you guys have any questions, make sure you ask in class.